Hey, Don. Say something to the people. Are you back?
I have no fighters in my stable, but I'm back.
You have honest.
How long is the show going? Hour? Maybe like 45 minutes, dude. Hour and a half? 5 minutes. Cut it down. Cut it short. Yeah. That's real quick. But no, I wouldn't want to. No, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Okay. What's your name, man? Real quick. Christian. Christian? Yeah. Okay, that'll be easy. Take care. What's your name, man? Gio. Gio. Just take my shit up, man. Always good seeing you. Thank you, bro. No problem. You all good? Yeah, anything streaming? Cool. Thanks. Super clear now. Hell yeah. All right, y'all. Enjoy your show. I'll probably. Hear me? Yeah. All right. What do you want to just? Yeah, I guess we should start it. Let's go. Countdown. 3, 2, make sure everything's good. 1.
Welcome to another episode of Against the Ropes. I am Giovanni Garcia. I am alongside Christian Mosqueda and Christian Rodriguez. What up, y'all?
So, guys,
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
Let's go.
So, run down our topics, guys. We're going to talk about what did we learn in the month of October. We're going to talk about the Jacobs Davidchenko fight, the November Fest fight schedule. We're going to talk about Fight Night Series. I know Chris has been big about that video game and the potential of getting another one, 2019. And then we're going to talk about any random news, you know, in the universe of boxing. So let's start with it. What did we learn in October? Start with you, Chris.
With me, Al Haymon doesn't have to be outside showing his face, talking.
At all? Like even less
all.
now.
It's Halloween. He's the ghost.
He's the ghost, and he's still making moves, you know?
Man.
People criticize him, but at the end of the day, he's making the right moves, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has Fox and Showtime. He landed at Pacquiao. So when you think about the most popular divisions are either heavyweight, welterweight, or middleweight.
Yeah.
And he has everybody in the 147 division right now.
Mm-hmm.
So what did I learn? He has everybody for 147 for this upcoming 2019 year.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about it in the past with Terrence Crawford. He's on an island alone.
Yeah.
Like, if he wants to, like, leave a mark on his legacy, he's gonna have to jump ship, and go over with Hal.
And it looks like it's like a reincarnation of Mayweather versus Pacquiao all over again. In this case, Pacquiao being Terrence Crawford, right? And in this case, Errol Spence being Mayweather, right? So more than likely, you're going to hear the marinating word.
Yeah.
How long? Because that fight, I'm mentally ready. That's not going to happen in the next 2 or 3 years.
And we saw it in the news where they specifically said, like, Terrence Crawford is not in our plans.
Yeah, the vice president of the Premier Boxing Championship said that he's not in their plans, in their business plans.
Yeah.
That's the key word,
And
business
when
plans.
we saw those news, I knew Chris, you smiled. You were like, talked about this.
Scratching my head. That's what your brother said, right?
Yep.
Go for it, Chris. What did you learn?
What did I learn in October? I learned that the zone is got pockets and they're making moves and they're making, they're stacking their fight calendar. I don't think there's ever been a year where you feel like there's gonna be like this many fights, and like you already know the zone just by these last 2 months or these the last months. They have like card after card every month, and now since it's a subscription based, they need to stack their cards every month.
Yeah, and that's just leading to what I learned in October was that the new era has begun.
Yeah.
Like you said, all the new signings, all the potential fights that we're gonna see.
Yeah, it looks like this month basically is like the blueprint of what's going to happen for the year 2019. Anything else that you learn?
Something that I learned is that the era of pay-per-view it's like a 50-50 with that. I feel like it was about to end, but they're still putting out pay-per-view, so it's like we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens with that, because you're gonna have that subscription base, but there's still gonna be some pay-per-views here and there, and so we just gotta wait and see what happens with that. Canelo was the pay-per-view, star, and now he's gone to subscription based, so we gotta kind of wait and see what happens with that.
Yeah, I think another thing that I learned is that when we saw Floyd Mayweather get paid, there was no other athlete get paid like that.
Yeah.
And now we have another athlete in the same sport, in this case Canelo Alvarez, get paid similar to Floyd Mayweather, right? And now he's going to be taking over boxing over the next 5 to 8 years.
Yeah.
And he's going to get paid more and more. So just like Floyd Mayweather, he's going to get paid a lot. And a lot of people are going to be jealous, but other athletes are going to be more noticeable that maybe I should participate in the world of sports of boxing.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that, because I was just thinking, I was looking over some videos on YouTube, and I happened to come across the Legendary Nights HBO, and I was focusing on the Meldrick Taylor Chavez Jr. fight, and I remember they're talking about that Meldrick was part of that Olympic team that won about 8 or 9 gold medals, and I'm like, dang, like the U.S. won 8 to 9 like gold medals like back in the late 80s, and then poof, like it just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
So it's like, hopefully this whole mainstream thing makes, the youth want to get back into boxing and, rekindle that love for the sport, that passion to want to be like champions here in the States. So
yeah,
hopefully we see that.
And that also leads into what I learned in October which was there's still a lot of money in boxing, right? We saw the Canelo deal. We see Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao talking about a rematch. So we know there's a lot of money still going around. There's still a lot of investors. Yeah. We know Al Haymon's still going to be a big player. And we know that boxing is now going to be on regular television or on, easily accessible platforms like DAZN.
Yeah, I'm not
ESPN Plus.
I'm not all surprised that Mayweather wants to come back. He sees a new platform, a new avenue to make money. His alias is Money Mayweather, so he's gonna want to cash in, and whether it's like a multi-fight deal or fight by fight.
I mean, it'll be interesting because if he does able to fight Khabib, if it does happen, we know that fighter. But at the same time, too, will he be able to do his formula, right, of low risk and high reward?
Something else I learned in this month of October was that HBO is going out like fighting. Like we thought that they were done this month, but now we see that they have scheduled shows November and then December. They want to put on a few more shows, and I don't know. I don't think I'm completely convinced that December is their last show. They might surprise us with a few more. Who knows? So
yeah.
I also learned that guys are taking more risks now in terms of fighting better opponents. Like that O is going to go for a lot of guys. We hear the rumors of Mikey Garcia against Errol Spence. We see Wilder taking on Tyson Fury next month. And we see more guys like calling each other out. And like you said, Al Hayman has all these welterweights. So these guys are going to have to fight each other. Yeah. So with all the deals and all the signings and all the networks, I think that's a good sign. We're going to see a lot more.
And that's going to help us define who's number one pound for pound. Over the past 5 or 4 years, it's really hard. We already know who it was, Floyd Mayweather. But now it's like when you have the best fighters fighting against each other, we're able to base it with who they fought. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you think about the top 10 pound for pound list, let's say 10 years ago, who was on it? Floyd Mayweather Jr.,
Manny Pacquiao,
Marquez, Manny Pacquiao, Sergio Martinez.
Probably
was on there.
Miguel Cotto.
Klitschko's, Miguel Cotto. These are all legendary names, right?
Yeah.
And these guys all lost, except for Mayweather. They all lost important fights in their careers. They all didn't have that O, but the fact that they were taking that risk of fighting big names kind of put them on that platform, right? So it was kind of easier to determine that list. And I feel like next year, this is a good sign. Next year, I think hopefully it moves in that direction.
And I think let's talk. I think you're right about that. If you have Netflix, right? A lot of people have Netflix, but it only works depending on what type of quantity, not the quality, how many stuff it's already on, right? So new stuff has to be there, and it better be good, right? So that's one thing that I'm observing with companies like DAZN. Not about the quantity. I'm talking about the quality, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, it was going to be interesting who would he try to match up with all the middleweight fighters that they have.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, in this case, we're going to see the best fighters fight.